What really happened behind the closed doors of HYBE? Did Jungkook and Taehyung secretly plan to leave BTS? And did HYBE just confirm the unthinkable truth? Why are millions of fans crying right now after hearing this shocking revelation? Watch until the end, share your thoughts, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, because this story will break your heart and change everything you thought you knew about BTS. 10 minutes ago, the world of K-pop trembled. The headlines spread like wildfire. HYBE reveals the truth about Jungkook and Taehyung wanting to leave BTS. Fans froze. Some screamed. Others cried uncontrollably. Was it true? Was this the moment that armies had feared for years? The day when two of the most beloved members would finally walk away from the group that changed the world. No one saw it coming. Not even the most obsessive fans who spent every second decoding their posts, their expressions during live streams, their lyrics that sometimes sounded like veiled confessions. For years there had been whispers, subtle signs that something wasn't right, that behind the glittering perfection of BTS's success, something deeper and more painful was quietly unraveling. And tonight, HYBE finally spoke. But the way they said it wasn't just an announcement, it was a confession wrapped in heartbreak. The words were carefully chosen, but the impact hit like a thunderstorm. There have been discussions, the statement began, about future directions, personal growth, and creative independence. That was all it took. Those few words detonated an emotional bomb across the fandom. The live chat on Weverse exploded. "What do you mean by independence?" One fan wrote. "Is this about Taehyung's solo work?" Another guessed. "Please tell me Jungkook isn't leaving." For years, armies had built their hearts around 7 men who became more than idols. They became a family, a symbol of hope, of persistence, of unity against all odds. BTS was not just music. It was therapy, a promise, a light for millions who struggled in their own lives. The idea that two of them might leave felt like betrayal, but deeper than that, it felt like losing a part of themselves. HYBE's statement was only a few minutes long, but the silence afterward was deafening. Reporters scrambled for more details, trying to contact insiders. Social media went wild with theories, tears, and disbelief. Why would Jungkook and Taehyung, who had achieved everything together, suddenly want to walk away? Maybe it wasn't sudden. Maybe the truth had been hiding in plain sight all along. Think back to that live Taehyung did months ago, the one where his voice trembled slightly as he said, "Sometimes I just want peace." Fans thought it was about overwork. But now, with this revelation, those words sound different, heavier, almost prophetic. And Jungkook? He had been quieter than usual, more reflective, often staring off into space during interviews while the others spoke. Was he already thinking about leaving then? Rumors had circulated for months about tension between HYBE's strict schedules and the members' desire for freedom. BTS had been together for over a decade. They had achieved the impossible: Grammy nominations, stadium tours, global influence. Yet, beneath all the success, there was exhaustion, the kind that seeps into your soul no matter how much you smile for the cameras. Jungkook and Taehyung have always been passionate about expressing themselves, a supposed insider told a Korean outlet earlier today. But they've also been feeling trapped by the system. They want to create freely without pressure. Those words, "without pressure," cut deep. What kind of pressure could possibly make the two golden boys of BTS, the ones known for their joy, their laughter, their warmth, consider walking away? Fans began digging. Clips resurfaced from old documentaries, where Taehyung mentioned how hard it was to always be perfect. Others replayed Jungkook's emotional live from last month, where he whispered, "Sometimes I wonder who I am when I'm not on stage." That line, once seen as poetic, now sounded like a cry for help. And then came the shocker: HYBE didn't deny it. They didn't shut the rumors down as they usually did. Instead, they said something far more ambiguous. "We respect our artists' journeys and decisions. BTS has always been about growth, and we will continue to support every path they take." That was the moment fans knew something was changing. The statement didn't say no. It didn't promise that Jungkook and Taehyung were staying. It sounded like a goodbye disguised as reassurance. In the middle of all this chaos, a shaky livestream started trending. An old video of Jungkook and Taehyung singing together, laughing between takes, playfully bumping shoulders. It was innocent, joyful, and pure. But now it hit differently. Thousands of comments flooded in. "I can't believe this might be the last time we see them like this. I grew up with them. This can't be happening. I feel like my heart is breaking. The sound of crying fans echoed across timelines. Hashtags like hashtag We Will Wait Taekook and hashtag BTS Forever trended worldwide within minutes. The emotional wave was unstoppable. But what exactly did HYBE mean when they said, truth? Did Jungkook and Taehyung actually plan to leave? Or were they simply expressing exhaustion? Some analysts believed it was a misinterpretation, that HYBE's choice of words was a strategic move to prepare fans for an eventual shift. Solo careers, perhaps, or a rebranding. But others weren't so hopeful. They saw this as the beginning of the end. The most haunting part came when a leaked internal email allegedly circulated among staff members, hinting at individual contract restructurings and personal projects outside the group framework. The words were sterile, corporate, but behind them was something very human. A quiet heartbreak that armies began connecting dots. The way Jungkook had recently unfollowed HYBE's official account for a few hours before following again. The way Taehyung's solo promotion seemed unusually distant from group activities. Maybe these weren't coincidences. Maybe they were silent signals now finally making sense. Was this all planned? Was this HYBE's way of softening the blow before the official announcement? As fans cried, debated, and refreshed their feeds, one thing became clear. Nothing would ever be the same again. Whether they stayed or left, the illusion of invincibility had been shattered. BTS, once seen as an unbreakable brotherhood, now seemed fragile, human, and painfully real. And maybe, just maybe, that's what made this story so heartbreaking, because even perfection can crumble when the weight of dreams becomes too heavy to carry. The night didn't feel like any ordinary night. It was quiet, yet the world was screaming. In Seoul, fans stood outside the HYBE building, holding light sticks that once shined with joy but now flickered with uncertainty. Across the ocean, fans in New York, London, and Jakarta stayed awake, their eyes swollen from crying. The news had traveled too fast. Faster than anyone could emotionally handle. Inside the digital world, chaos ruled. Every fan account, every BTS update page, every forum was filled with heartbreak. Armies begged for answers. They posted messages like, "Please say it's not true," and "Jungkook, Tae, we'll wait for you no matter what." It wasn't just sadness, it was grief, the kind that comes when something sacred feels like it's slipping away. And then something unexpected happened. Taehyung went live and no announcement. No warning. Just a sudden notification that said, "V is live." Within seconds, millions joined. His face appeared, calm but pale, eyes heavy, as if he hadn't slept in days. For a moment, he didn't speak. He just stared at the screen, the silence stretching longer than anyone could bear. Then he exhaled softly and said, "I know you've seen the news." His voice trembled slightly, but it carried an honesty that pierced through the noise of speculation. There are things that we've been thinking about for a long time. Sometimes being part of something so big makes you forget who you really are. He smiled faintly, the kind of smile that hides pain. We love BTS. We love you. But sometimes love also means being honest, even when it hurts. Fans started typing frantically. "What are you saying, Tae? Please don't leave. Are you and Jungkook okay?" He hesitated before continuing. "We're okay. We just want to breathe." Those words, "we just want to breathe," echoed across the internet. It was simple, but it said everything. Behind the scenes, HYBE's headquarters was in turmoil. Executives huddled in glass-walled meeting rooms, their faces pale under fluorescent lights. Phone calls buzzed non-stop. PR teams drafted responses that were reviewed, rewritten, and rejected again.